Hi, I'm Bill Triber with Artistic Finishes, and today we're going to talk a little bit about distressed floor vents. Now, when you say the word distressed, there's a number of different things that come to mind. Here at Artistic Finishes, we wire brush, we hand scrape, we do a number of other mechanical forms of distressing, which I'll mention later. We also use chemicals where we are smoking and fuming with reactive stains. Those are all done in a program that enables us to blend, custom blend to the different manufactured floors. So you can always have that reassurance that they will come to you the correct way. But if you have a situation or you get into a job site where the vents come unfinished, there's a few things that might help you to get a better looking product. First up, when you look at a flush vent, and one here, for example, that we see has been wire brushed, you can see that the contours of this grain structure are popping out in the growth where you have the growth lignins that have been wire brushed out, allowing us to put in a kind of a gray wash, not a whitewash, but a gray wash in this case. Okay, and it's done both on the louver portion as well as the frame portion of the vent, and that's can be very critical to the consistency that you're looking for. If you have a surface vent, and in some cases it might be referred to as a drop-in vent, where it's going to sit on the surface of the floor, you may still want to do additional wire brushing or hand scraping. The other techniques that are used are hammering in nail holes to make it look like wormholes, to a cross kerf where you might be taking a blade and cutting across the wood, to using chains. I've seen chain work being done for indentation. Okay. Here, this structure of this vent is going to be a little stronger, and it'll maybe enable you to do a little bit more of that with this vent. But just be careful, because the louver portion of the vent is the most fragile, yet it's very critical. If you get a vent that is a flush vent, and in our case we do go down to 3/8 inch thickness, this happens to be a 5/8 inch thick vent. You can see here that the back of the vent is still less in the louver portion in terms of thickness than the frame. But if you get down to 3/8, you might find that you would want to palm sand the back of this down so that the overall thickness ends up being flush with the back of that floor. And last but not least, you're going to want to recognize the characteristics of the wood in your floor. Does it have a micro bevel edge? Does it have pillowed edges? That edge of your vent should emulate what the floor is. And in some cases, it's as simple as taking a sanding pad and just knocking that down so you get a little bit of a kissed edge. Okay? Now here, having a little bit of the stain available and or the finish will work greatly. If you've got a French bled floor, or a floor with designated dark markings, you could simply use a black magic marker. Okay, so depending on what the technique is that you're looking for, remember that the edge is also very critical. These have been a few little tips for you. I hope that you'll consider going to our website at www.artisticfinishes.com and look at all of the products available and techniques available to you. We thank you for being with us today and hope you'll have a good one. Bye now.